Hi everyone! So I'm doing something today that I haven't done in such a long time here on YouTube, and that is to share just a little chatty life update video. I'm going to try and not make it too long. I've really I have the intention of not making the video too long, but I really felt like catching up with you. I have two drinks actually. I have a cappuccino right here because I need a cup of coffee and I also have tea because well, tea is always good. So feel free to grab something nice for yourself or grab two like I am. I haven't had coffee in a couple days, but it's Monday morning. It is around 9:30 a.m. and I really felt like I could use a cup of coffee. So this is a cappuccino with oat milk, really nice. So I just got back from taking a little break. I took a 2-week break. My boyfriend also had 2 weeks off from his job, so we had it together and it was really nice. The break was definitely, it felt like it was needed, like I really needed some time off. And I have been really good about it. Like obviously with my job, I do need to check in every once in a while to see if any like urgent emails or anything comes in, but I haven't been checking like almost anything for days now, and I have no idea what my channel is doing, how my videos are performing. Like I really took a huge step back and focused on as little work as I possibly could, and that was very nice. The funny thing is also that by taking some like time off from it, I don't know, I feel like I got some kind of new perspective, or it feels a little bit different. And especially what I really noticed was that I was so much looking forward to connecting with all of you again, and just how special the Simple Happy Zen community is. And I'm not gonna get emotional, but I think that's part of the reason why Monday morning I decided to go back to work today. I'm actually still a little bit sick. I don't know if you can hear. I'll talk more about that later. But like the first thing on my mind this morning was, okay, I'm just gonna film a chatty video, because I really felt like getting back in touch with you, and I really missed like connecting with you, and that's such a special thing. It is by far my favorite part about my job. So yeah, that was really cool. I have a little candle burning right there in the background. Can you see it? I feel like you can't really see, but anyway. And this break also made me realize just how much more important it is to keep reminding myself of that, because I felt like, you know, I'm coming back from a break, so I need to have a really good video and I need to research it and spend days on research and writing and all the things. Like it needs to be really good, because there are 300,000 people waiting for it. Like hitting that 300,000 subscriber mark was really special, and also just made me really realize just how many people that is. And so I felt that pressure to really come up with something really good and valuable for you all. And it felt like me sharing something like this, sitting down, sharing my life with you, is more like, I don't know, maybe a little bit self-indulgent, or just me talking about myself. And it's not good enough. Whereas I know that so many of you do like these kinds of videos. I like making them, and every so often I do really feel like it is nice to connect with you on a more personal level like this. And not everyone is going to be interested in this video today, and that is completely fine. So if this is now your cup of tea, I'll be back with regular programming really soon. I have some cool video ideas, but I really want to try and practice not making that pressure so high for myself, and really keep seeing this as something fun that of course I'm going to pour my heart and soul into, as I have been doing always. And I always put effort into making my videos really valuable for whoever is watching, really like getting good information in there. But I can have fun doing that. I don't need to take it like, I don't need to have that kind of pressure on myself. Sometimes it's really weird to think about tens of thousands of people are going to watch what you made, and they're going to spend a little bit of time on it, like a tiny part of their day they're going to spend on you, and I feel so responsible to make that worth it. And then sometimes the pressure builds up too high, and I feel like no video idea is good enough, and I get in my head too much. So that's also what today's video is about. So as I'm sure you have heard by now, I'm actually still a little bit sick, so I'm sorry, like Sometimes when I'm talking, I get into this like coughing fit and I'm going to need to be editing out a lot of coughs. By now, just taking some time off and getting sick, that is Vera classic. I can always almost like know for sure that that's gonna happen. It happened again this vacation. I got sick last Wednesday, so I was, and it's Monday now, so I'm a lot better, but I'm still coughing a lot and my throat is kind of sore still. Aside from, you know, me needing a break because I've just been really busy with work, there have also been some like personal stuff going on behind the scenes. For example, some of you may know that my mom has been very sick for a long time. Then a couple years ago, almost 2.5 years ago, she got a double lung transplant that saved her life. The years before that transplant were extremely stressful because you never know if there's going to be a donor, and she really almost died. So the donor lungs came just in time and the surgery all went well. But right before my break, something happened again where she had to be admitted to the hospital. Her body started acutely and out of the blue rejecting the new lungs. That can happen sometimes. They can treat that usually, and they did, so she's fine now again, but it was a little bit scary, obviously, as you can imagine. There were some more things going on. Good news, my brother, I have an older brother, and he adopted 2 kittens, and they are so cute, so I went to visit them, and I had the best time. I love being around animals, and I don't have any pets, which, you know, there's a ton of reasons why I currently don't have pets. And I loved seeing the little kittens and playing with them and stuff, so I had a really great time. But I did unfortunately find out that I'm very much still allergic to cats. I kind of had hoped, maybe naively, that I had like grown out of it. Because I know that I used to be really allergic to cats when I was a girl, and I haven't been around cats for years, so I kind of thought maybe I would have grown past it, but no, I'm still very much allergic. So my dream of adopting a cat or 2 cats for myself within the next couple of years blew up in my face, which is a little bit sad maybe, but ultimately, like, it's not a big deal, of course. But I am kind of a little bit sad about it because I did envision for myself and for, you know, our family to adopt maybe a cat or 2 in the future. So I'm gonna need to think about like what that means, and if I'm going to be maybe looking into getting some other kind of pet in the future, I don't know. But that was a little bit sad, but seeing the kittens really did cheer me up. So the 2-week break was a staycation, and if I can recommend a staycation to anyone without feeling bad or without feeling FOMO that you're not traveling or like you're like not cool because you're just staying at home, staycations are awesome. Staycations are my absolute favorite. Like, I love travel sometimes, but nothing beats a staycation. So I've been cooking a lot. Sometimes I just woke up without any plans, which is already such a huge luxury, that feeling of freedom where you're waking up, you don't have any plans for the day. And I just looked up one of my cookbooks there, looked up a few recipes, like 1 or 2, went to the grocery store, got stuff, ingredients, walked back and did some cooking, and things like that were amazing. So I made curries and pastas and gnocchi, and I made my own pizza, not the dough, but the sauce and everything. I made homemade croutons, I made soups, I made cookies, just a bunch. Like, I did a lot of cooking, and it was really nice. We were originally supposed to go travel to London for 5 days during this 2 weeks, but a couple weeks ago we were evaluating, my boyfriend and I, and we just decided to cancel our trip because as much as we love London, and I still do really want to visit there sometime again, we were just not in the mood for travel. Things have been already like a lot, especially as a highly sensitive person. Sometimes you just need less, not more. And I really felt like, as much as I love London, it's like, no, this is not the time for us to be traveling. So we were able to cancel everything without having to pay anything. So that was great. And we just decided to do the staycation. And again, like, Travel is amazing, but if you're not feeling it, then don't feel bad about doing a staycation. I got to hang out with a friend of mine again who I haven't seen in a while. She moved away to a different part of the country, so we only see each other like maybe 2 or 3 times a year. We had lunch, we catched up for hours. So nice. My boyfriend and I also went to the Efteling, which is a Dutch theme park that we have here. It is like a fantasy inspired amusement park that has a lot of things to do with like fairy tales and folklore and like ancient stories and everything, and it was a lot of fun. I haven't been to the Efteling in so many years, like probably like 15 years or something, and it's highly nostalgic for us because you know, when you live here and you're a kid, all kids here, I think, love the Efteling, and I used to do that very much too. So we went on a number of rides. It was really fun, but actually my favorite ride for the entire day was a 20-minute boat ride that you had on a really pretty lake there. And since we went on like a normal work day, the park was actually pretty quiet. So we got to do those little boats that normally fit around 6-7 people, I think. They put you in the boats like with your own group. So the 2 of us had our own little boat. And it was a 20-minute boat ride. The weather was lovely. There were so many ducks. The scenery was so beautiful, and I actually really enjoyed that. Like my favorite part of the day. I also visited a, I don't really know what you call this, like a fair maybe, that had all kinds of things from Japanese artists and like homemade things. So this was really cool. It was in Rotterdam, and it was in a couple of hotels in the city, and in every like hotel room they had someone showcase their handmade products that you could buy and also just talk with them about it. So there was all this like natural fabric clothing or tie-dyed stuff with the way that they do that in Japan. There was a lot of washi paper, lots of tea, all kinds of things that I personally am really interested in and I really love. So I had so much fun going there, and it was like a solo date. So I just went by myself. I had the best time. I was able to talk with many of the people who came there about their products and their crafts and their passions. I did most of it in Japanese, so that was pretty cool to get to practice my Japanese, and sometimes we switched over to English if I didn't know the word. That happened too, but it was really fun. I did buy a bunch of things that I wasn't really planning on, so I thought it'd be cool to show you because, you know, minimalism, I talk a lot about like the things I don't buy and stuff like that, but sometimes you just see things that are so beautiful, you don't really even know like what you're going to do with them necessarily, but it was just too tempting for me to resist. So for example, I got this card. Let me actually get it out. This is like a made from washi paper card. If I put it in front of my face, maybe the camera will focus on it. It's like a little bunny looking up at the full moon, and I thought this was so cute. I think I'm actually going to get a little picture frame and display this in the shelving that I have over there because I just thought it was so cute. I also have some incense that's also made from washi paper that smells amazing, and it's like this little leaf pattern, and you can just break off one of these little leaves at a time and light them like incense. It smells really nice. I also have this, and this is one of those things that maybe I kind of shouldn't have bought, but I just thought was so cute. It's this little wooden box with a little ninja, and inside the box it's a memo pad. So it has these little memo papers, also washi. And here the little ninja is running. I even have my notes for today's video written on one of these memo pad sheets. And then last but not least, they also had a tea section, and obviously I'm going to buy some tea there because they had also like they had little samples that you could taste. The sencha, the green tea, was so good, so much depth of flavor. I was really impressed, and so I bought a bag of tea, and then I also bought 2 teacups. They came in these little boxes, and also handmade ceramics teacup. This is so pretty. I love this, and I saw it and I thought, okay, I know I have enough teacups. but I really want this. And I'm really happy. Actually, we've had tea from this a couple times since I went there, and it's really nice. I always, like, if you have a passion like I do for tea, then I think it is worth investing in a little to make it just a little bit more special. Like, if you're having tea, it doesn't really matter what you're drinking it from, but for the experience, I think it really does make it even more special if you have a beautiful handmade ceramic teacup to drink it from. I already know for my list of 25 things I'm not buying in 2025, teacups is going to be one of them, because I have 6 now, and that's enough. It's enough. And they actually had so many more things that I thought were really, really beautiful, but just a little bit too pricey for me. So I just appreciated them while I was there, and I went home and I had a lovely day. If you ever have a day off, I highly recommend going on a solo date every once in a while. I feel like it really, like, especially if you can go somewhere you've never been, or something you've never done, like something like this here, or somewhere where you can talk to people and kind of step out your comfort zone a little bit. I think it's really good. So yeah, I'm back now. I'm looking forward to making like my regular videos here again. I also want to say a quick thank you to everyone who joined on Patreon or who is already there. Having that extra community on Patreon is so nice as a creator, because it gives you an extra income stream that makes you much less reliant on YouTube AdSense. If that is your only income stream, then taking a break like this is really scary. So having that community on Patreon, it just helps me out so much. It gives me a feeling of just being safe and secure, being able to take time off when I need it. It's just really nice. And also I just really love making the Patreon videos. Usually they're a bit more vloggy or you know, different. We have the tea time chats. So thank you to everyone who during my break joined over on Patreon. I hope you had fun catching up on all the videos over there. I think there are over 110 videos up on there right now, so I hope you all had fun over there, and thank you to everyone who has been on Patreon for a long time. Some of you have been there since I started, which was in, I think, 2020, so pretty cool, and I appreciate it. I cannot express how much I appreciate all of your support, whether you are on Patreon or on YouTube. Leaving comments, liking the video, subscribing, all that stuff really helps, and I just think it's so special, so thank you so much. I would love to know from you for the rest of the year, like what are kind of like video topics that you would like to see, because I feel like the community has changed maybe a little bit. I can see that in the analytics for like age and where you're from and everything. I can see things have shifted a little bit. I know some of you, maybe you joined because of my videos on highly sensitive people. Maybe you joined for my video about Dutch habits and you'd like to hear more about Dutch things or habits that we have here in the Netherlands, or what it's like to live here. Maybe you joined because of minimalism and decluttering. Maybe you're more into like self-care and like mindset things. So I would love to know from you, like what is something that you would love to see more on the channel for the rest of the year 2024, because yeah, we are coming to the end of 2024, if you can believe it. And if you're comfortable sharing, of course you don't have to, but I would also just really like to know how you've been lately. Like, how has 2024 been for you so far? Anything happening in your life? Like, I would love to read it. The community has grown quite a bit, so I can't respond to everyone anymore, but I always try to respond to as many as I can, and I do read almost every comment, I think. So I would love to know, like, how are you doing? How have you been? Just, I don't know, I would like to know. So if you would like to share, please do that in the comments. Also, I'm wearing a new dress. This is from Not Perfect Linen, which is the same company that also sent me a shirt. They sent me some more things, and I'm so grateful for them. So this is not sponsored or anything, but they're like an ethical and sustainable company that make linen clothing. And I have this dress now. Let me walk a bit back so you can see. Don't you love this? I really do. All right, I said I'm not gonna make this video too long, so I'm going to end it here. Again, thank you so much for joining in for this video. It's a little bit different, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back soon with a regular video. And I also have something really cool coming up. It is going to be an interview with someone, and it is the first time that I've interviewed someone on the channel. And I'm actually like super nervous because I've never interviewed anyone, period. And then also I'm just mortified. I'm so scared that I am like doing something wrong technically, like I don't press record or like the audio doesn't work or something. Because I get like that. I'm not the best when it comes to the technical stuff. And it's like, if it's a video that I made, I can just record it again, like no problem. But if someone comes on my channel as a guest and I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't record. Okay, I'm just hoping something like that doesn't happen, but I'll tell you more about it when it comes closer. But it's going to be an interview that is going to be so cool, and you're not going to want to miss it. So if you are not subscribed yet, please do. And you can also always subscribe to my newsletter. It is completely free, simplehappyzen.com/newsletter, and I will always send you an email when there's a new video out, with also just kind of like a reflection or something to think about for the week to come. So yeah, okay, I'm going to go now. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all so much. I missed you, and I'm very happy to be back. Bye bye. Do you ever have that where you just kind of want something to be true, so you kind of just start believing it, like, yeah, I'm sure I've outgrown my cat allergy by now? Like, why did I think that?